Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Bose Owolabi. I will work for Dukia Gold, a chartered accountant, and I have an MSc from Cranfield University. I am now working for Dukia Gold as a managing director. And we've been working on a project which we started over 7 years. I have just about 7 minutes to talk, so I would quickly go through the slides and speak more about Dukia Gold than about myself, because I think that is more beneficial. So Dukia Gold is a licensed refining company. We operate in line with OECD guidelines and LBMA standards. Dukia Gold's first priority is to refine raw materials in Nigeria and refine to world-class LBMA standards. We are a responsible gold sourcing organization, and we've set out to be the #1 local marketplace for precious metals. We are the go-to place for refining and production of good delivery, finished gold bullion bars, coins, including jewelry, and bulk precious metals, which will be used for industrial and commercial purposes. Dukia Gold is an aggregator of raw materials, precious metals for refinement and production in high-class international grade bullion. We are creating a transparent virtual markets and physical buying centers, which is and in doing this, we're working with some banks. This is basically to make sure that the reach is wide, and whoever has gold or other precious metals to offer from any part of Nigeria or the West and Central African region can reach out to us using our platform. We are working with small-scale mining companies and the companies with proven reserves. And we're sourcing through, we also have another source of raw materials, which is the recycled gold. We call it our urban gold mining initiative, where we encourage people to monetize their gold assets that are not being put to useful purposes. So we also have international partners in UK and in Canada. Bed & Co is one of them. And this task with the with making us compliant with LBMA standards from day one. We all know that the success of gold and precious metals mining and other parts of the gold mining value chain business hinges on the ability to raise requisite capital. So we have the private equity firms, issuing houses, banks, and USTDs, the regulatory approvals that are in place, empowerment of potential users and supporting parties, availability of necessary infrastructure, and the quality of institutions involved. So looking at the mining value chain, we're talking about the exploration, the mine design and development, the actual mining, which is the artisanal mining, and the tier 1 miners. So that's the first part of the trade. And then there's the mineral processing, the beneficiation and doré production, and refining and upgrading and value addition, which is refining to good delivery bullion status. So we also have the value addition, which includes financial trading. Basically, what we're trying to do is to look at to expand the horizon in Africa, so such that we can begin to participate and deal with gold just like it's done in other climes. And we are not just restricted to bringing out the precious metals in whatever form, and not being able to further process, making us to lose a lot of value in Africa. So there is also the aspect of technical services, logistics, vaulting, and the laboratory services. These are all areas in the in the mining value chain that require attention. So this is just looking at gold production and reserves in Africa, the countries that have reserves. And these are the top 20 global exporters of gold. And this is the 2019 statistics. We can see that just a few African countries feature in this. There's South Africa and there's Ghana. And we all know that this is not a true reflection of the actual trade of Africa, but there are several leakages that make, and the fact that data capture is not also effective. People smuggle out the minerals that are mined in Africa, hence they are not reflected in these statistics. So looking at Nigeria, not a lot is being done, but recently government has paid more attention to the sector. And so some minerals have been identified, which include the coal, lead, zinc, iron ore, bitumen, barytes, limestone, and gold. We can see that in terms of gold, there is over 200 million ounces that is in the total reserves, but in actual production, only 0.14 million is all that has been produced. So there's still a lot of opportunities there for mining. As Dukia Gold, we've tried to look at the areas in which we can play. So there's a refinery plant. Currently in West Africa, there's no LBMA certified refinery plants. So this is a gap that we're filling now. Over the next 2-3 years, we'll achieve the status, and then we are good to go, meaning that we can begin to trade just like every other the developed countries. Smelting plants, the assay laboratory. Currently in Nigeria, we don't have a fully certified assay laboratory. We have few preparation labs, so samples are still being sent out of Africa or to other African countries for processing. So beneficiation is still a gap that needs to be filled, which we're working on also. And vaulting, a critical part of the chain, is also absent, and we have solutions in place to fill this. Precious metals trading platform is what we've also set up, such that people can begin to trade from wherever with their precious metals, whether the rural mined ones or the recycled ones like the jewelry items. So Dukia Gold basically is a marketplace that will save the miner on logistics costs. The artisanal miners will also have access to technical expertise. Capital expenditure is a big part of the all-in sustainable cost of the mining industry. So we're working on several programs, including the gold equipment leasing program, to assist the small-scale miners to produce, to increase their production. By this, we create win-win positions for various stakeholders, including government, who are now able to track what is being produced and get their royalties and other fees from it. So there are several incentives that government has put in place for the mining sector. And this is towards attracting major players into the industry and to promote the junior explorers, promoting formal scale operators through expanding access to funding. So in this aspect, we have the Bank of Industry, we have the SMGF that are assisting people with funds. There are several of these incentives. We also have some incentives through the Nigeria Industrial Promotion Council, and this includes VAT exemptions, duties exemptions, export duties exemptions. There's a whole list of them. They can be found on the NIPC site. So looking at improving investment opportunities in the industry in Africa. So we must improve inter-Africa cooperation and trade facilitation. We should continue to develop mining infrastructure so that we can have better beneficiation within Africa and not, and then thereby we are able to retain a lot of the wealth that is created in Africa. So we pay attention to various aspects of the mining value chain. So not just about the digging, but how we can take mining from the mines to the market. Strengthening of regulatory structures. We should have a dedicated financing for the mining sector, and this should run for the entire Africa as a continent. Training and manpower development is very key, and we should have policies that will continue to strengthen the operators in the sector. Actualization of the African mining vision is also key. So a lot of work, it's been in place since 2009, but not much has been realized. This needs to be worked upon. As much as possible, let us have the focus that we want to avoid leakages and we want to avoid exploitations, and we want to keep it all within Africa. We want to stop the ongoing exploitation and illegal mining. And yes, we can do a lot of these things within Africa, and we should do all that we can to make it possible. Thank you.